Okay, so good morning. This is my first video on my old camera, so we'll see how that goes because my telephone wasn't working that well. The problem with this camera is there's no screen, so I can't really even see what I'm shooting necessarily. Anyhow, I'm at Redwood Glen. I don't know why I keep saying that. Big Basin, up here in the mountains, Santa Cruz Mountains, and getting ready to do a couple of hikes for the day. Just finishing up some oat soaks. If you know me at all, you know that I start every day with an oat soak. So I'm finishing the half that I had earlier this morning for breakfast. All right, checking with you in a minute. All right, so here is some of the magic that is already Big Basin. I know you can't probably even see to the top of these trees. We're still in the parking lot, but thought I'd show you some of the famous redwood. Just wanted to show you this tree, which I'll probably be saying about 1,000 times today, since we're in the redwood forest. Anyhow, all right, maybe I'll record a little on the path, see how stabilization on this one works. Seems like it's a bit better. Oh, that would be a nice spot for a banana break. Except I've only been on the trail for about 5 minutes. Don't have an excuse for a banana yet. All right. Beautiful day today. So the reason I came up here, as much as I love this area, I feel so fortunate to live in a place that is so close to getting to beautiful redwood forest. But the reason I'm here today is because yesterday was 101 degrees in the valley for the last week of September, which intolerable to me. So, talking to my genius sister, and somehow we came up with the idea of let's go to, well, why don't you go to Big Basin? Much cooler. There was actually quite a bit of fog driving up the mountain this morning. I got here much later than I anticipated, which is normal for me. Anybody that knows me knows. Usually running a little late. But also there was road construction on the more straight path getting to the park. So there was a detour, added some time. So getting started kind of late. But I got nothing else to do today anyhow, so it's all good. This is, probably going to say this wrong because I'm not looking at my map, Skyline to the Sea Trail, I believe. And I'm looking for where it connects to Meteor Trail. That's the one I wanted to start with today. So, talking to the park rangers, got some advice. So we'll see. Was hopefully maybe going to do 2 hikes today. Although I'm probably planning on getting lost and making it one long hike. I got plenty of snacks in my backpack. You know, bananas, my roasted chickpeas, and of course my little mango balls. I forgot to do my chia today. I figured it wasn't going to get so hot, so I didn't do my chia today, which I normally do. So pretty much only other thing that was out of the routine today. All right, I'm going to turn off for a minute and concentrate on how lovely this place is, and I will check in with you later. Okay, so apparently they have heard of my log jumping skills, and someone was kind enough to slice this big fallen tree so that I didn't have to climb over it, which I know you probably feel bad about because it would have been comical to see me, I'm sure. Better luck next time. Okay, so the sun's peeking through. Really nice. Such a pretty day. Wanted to show you the... Oh, some more redwoods. Here, let me turn the camera, which Debbie hates. Anyhow, redwoods. And then I want to show you this part of the trail that I'm coming up on because it's so pretty. I don't know if you can see those curved branches coming over the trail. These little walkways that are lined. It's so pretty here. It's been a really quiet day so far. Saw a few people in the parking lot, but haven't encountered anybody else on the trail so far. Wanted to show you also, no hat. Why no hat today? I usually always wear a hat, especially if I'm outdoors. You know, sunscreen, of course, but then a hat for the heat, for the sun protection, and also for the perspiration. Kind of keeps everything contained. But I didn't think I would be around so much sun today, so I figured, what the heck? I'm in a forest. I didn't really want the bill of my hat obstructing my view. So, no hat today. Thought I would concentrate on just enjoying the view here. I don't hike in forests all that often, so, but I do find that the brim of a hat can be a little bit, can block your view a little bit. And private joke here, but you know I'm always looking for monkeys. That's a long story. We'll get into that some other time. All right, I'm going to turn off now, and I will be back to you in a little while. Okay, so the reason I'm recording right now, trying to be quiet, I don't know if you can hear, it sounds like rain. It's not, it's because a wind picked up and leaves were falling. I think they're either, I'm not sure what kind of tree. I really should stop trying to talk about facts because I really butcher it. But anyhow, I'm kind of stopped now. But it sounded like rain. I know in some of the places that I hike that have oak trees, you get the same sensation. I think these leaves that are falling are, I guess this one is some kind of an oak, I think, because it's got the ridged ends. And there's also some bay leaves around too. So I'm not sure which ones are falling, but in other areas that I hike that have a lot of oak trees, you encounter that a lot. The oak leaves, when they fall off the trees, make a lot of noise. They're really thick, dry, kind of dense leaves, and they tend to make a lot of noise when they fall, which is just beautiful. All right, so let's see. Signpost. No clue where I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna leave you for the moment, and oh wait, here we go. Meteor Trail. Meteor Trail to Fire Ridge Road. All right. That's where I'm going. Good. You can probably tell that I kind of suck at reading signs. Sorry, I paused for a minute because I just found this dried up bug, but it's not that interesting, so I'm not going to film it for you. Okay. Haven't seen wildlife yet today. I might be here a little late for that. I'm not sure. Really have not seen one other than a couple of squirrels in the parking lot who I think were just looking for scraps of food, unfortunately. Yeah. So I know years and years ago we used to come up here and there were deer all the time, but they really cracked down on people feeding the deer, so I don't think you see it as much anymore. They've learned to stay away, I guess. Okay, well, I'm getting winded now, so and I see a little hill coming up here. So I think I'm going to turn off, and I'll stop here because I wanted to show you on the other side of the little creek here. Look at the size of that boulder. It's humongous. Looks like it's maybe 1 or 2 pieces. Just humongous. Can't even describe. There's some trees growing on the top of it that go up Don't even know how many feet. Anyhow. Back to the enormous boulders. Okay. I'll pan around to more trees and the rest of my path. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm taking a quick break. I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt because I don't need it anymore. I'm clearly getting a little warm. But what I wanted to show you was all the new growth. I don't know, it's so exciting to me that there is, you know, new growth redwoods coming up, and they look really healthy, and that's great. Hopefully we won't lose this forest anytime soon. Okay, so huffing and puffing a little bit. I just did a pretty decent uphill portion. I'm going to say maybe a quarter of a mile, half of a mile, and it was a pretty good incline. Just came up that way, and then I realized that the trail is actually a switchback. Cue sad trombone. Switchbacks are notoriously, you know, tough usually, because that means that the grade was so much that instead of going straight up the hill, they decided to cut in a switchback. So I'm about to attack this switchback area. I will turn off the camera though, because I really don't want anybody to hear me wheezing or vomiting on the trail. I'll check in with you later. Okay, so this message is just for Hannah. I didn't forget that you sent me that text or video message last weekend. I was just waiting until I got up here. I was going to say hi to you on my hike. So I'm hiking today up at Big Basin, and just want to give a shout out to Hannah. Really miss you, kiddo. Really miss our conversations. So you're a great, great kid, and let's keep in contact. I'm posting this video to my YouTube channel, but it's on a private link just for you, so you're the only one that gets to see this. All right, Hannah? All right, honey pie. Take care. Let me do a quick shoot of where I am today, the trail that I'm doing up at Big Basin, some of the surrounding forest, the trail I just came up. How about this one? Great big redwood trees. All right. All right, there you go. Talk to you later, Hannah. Bye. Okay, so I just came to the trailhead, which is always a lovely feeling if you do any hiking, you know what I mean. Came upon this little map, so at least I know I am going in the right direction. I am there, because that's what it says. Let's see. So I started, let me pull back out again. I started, where is the park headquarters? Park headquarters are, where's my finger? There. And I've gone so far, I think up this trail. Oops, up that trail. Across the Meteor Trail. Meteor, not Meteor. And then my plan is to go down Middle Ridge to, I'm not sure where, we'll see. Back to the parking lot, I guess. I might cut through on, what is this, Dole Trail, or Sunset, or maybe this way to Creeping Forest and back around. Haven't really decided yet. Still a lot of potential to get lost, so you never know. I do have a map with me too, but I find maps are notoriously hard to read, or maybe that's just me. Also, my one complaint with hiking is that the trailhead markers never seem to really match what the maps are saying. Again, that could just be me. Anyhow, before I get started again, I just want to say how absolutely blessed and grateful I am to be able to do this, to be here today. The temperature is so much cooler. I know it doesn't seem like it because I'm kind of sweaty, but that's really because of the uphill thing I just did. The grade was pretty good. All right, so here, we'll do one of these walk-arounds. I'm heading up that trail now. See where we go. Okay, so I'm just came from that trail. You know, I was in the Redwoods. Then I went through a area where all of a sudden it's more, what do they call this? Chaparral, I guess? High chaparral. And the sun has come out. I'm in an area now where you can see we're breaking into some pine trees. So I put the hat on, sun protection. Anyhow, terrain has really changed. It's really sandy here. I don't know if you can tell. Really sandy trail. And again, like I said, we're moving into some pine, some, I don't know what this is, Mariposa maybe, sage, you know, that kind of a thing. But it's really cool because it really looks like an old, like beach area. Interesting. Yeah, so I don't know how unbelievably different this terrain is compared to where I just came from. Absolutely amazing. And I don't know, they said you might be able to see out to the ocean today. Doesn't looks like the fog has cleared up. It was pretty foggy earlier today. The fog is definitely burning off, has burnt off. So we'll see. The sunshine in this area might bring out some little critters too. Hopefully we'll see some lizards or something at the very least. Maybe a snake. We'll see. All right. Okay, so I'm just finishing. I got up to the vista point, and apparently from here you can see the ocean on a clear day. I'm going to zoom in and let you know that the ocean should be over there where that little valley is. But apparently it's still a little foggy over there. So, no, unfortunately, no ocean view today. I might try another trail that also is supposed to have an ocean view. By the time I get to that area, it should be later in the day. The fog should be burned off, but I might not even make it over there. Who knows? I met two other hikers, first other people I've seen today on the trail, which is nice. We coordinated our maps and nobody's lost. Seem to know where we're going. All right, I'm going to finish down this trail a little ways. As you can see, it's still in the pine tree line. Pine tree line. Made that up. I'm sure Debbie will stick in some kind of a qualifier or correction in here soon. So yeah, pine trees and not much redwood growth at this part. I think I have to wait till I get past this. Really lovely day. There's a nice breeze. I don't have a temperature gauge with me, but it's lovely, let me just say. Absolutely lovely. Not looking forward to going back down into the valley later today and facing that afternoon heat. As I said, it was 101 on Monday, so not looking forward to that. I realized a few minutes ago, I think some of the things that I've been filming, I thought I was filming, but I think I forgot to hit the button, so I don't know. There might not be as much footage on this as you think. All right, talk to you later. Okay, I stopped to film this tree because, you know, you notice right away that the bark is a little different. And I look up, and I believe it's a Mariposa tree, but it's the biggest Mariposa tree I've ever seen. We used to have these up at Mount Umunum when we lived up there. Don't worry, I'm sure Debbie will put the link for Mount Umunum. And there were Mariposa trees everywhere there, and I'm fairly certain that might be one. I just think it's really cool the way that bark is peeling off, and I think the way it was explained to me before was that the bark, when it falls from the tree, I don't know if you can see how it's it kind of curls up and dries off, and see there's a piece kind of hanging there. And they flutter in the wind as they fall to the ground. But again, Debbie will do my facts checking for me because, you know. All right, I don't. This is one of those things I always stop for. I don't know why I see them, but let me see if I can zoom in. Right there is the start of a snake trail. It's a little guy. Crosses the entire fire lane. Looks like people have stepped right over his little trail without even noticing what it is. But for some reason, I see this stuff. So here's, whoop, lost my balance on one foot. Here's the, can you see it? Goes right straight across there. And over into here. Well, I guess it could have gone in the other direction. I don't see a snake anywhere. I don't know how old that trail could be. Little guy though, whatever it is. Nothing too big considering some of the other ones that I've seen. Alright, if I see anything else I will keep you posted. Okay, it looks like I finished the Meteor Trail for the most part. I know it kind of ended on the Middle Ridge Road. I've been now on the Dual Trail for a while, but I found the Creeping Forest Trail, which is another 1.3 miles back to the main Skyline to the Sea Trail, which is where I started. That's kind of a general all-purpose trail, though. It covers a lot of the park. So I'm going to head down there. Looks like it's 1.3 miles to the Skyline to the Sea Trail and then to the parking lot. After that, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing. I have been going at it for a little over 2 hours now. Actually closer to 2.5 hours. Yeah, 2.5 hours. And I've done only about 5 miles. I have been stopping to do some video. A little slower than my usual, but I haven't been here in so long that I really wanted to enjoy the scenery and soak up what I could soak up. So, alright, I'm heading out now onto the Creeping Forest Trail, which, beautiful, yes? Redwoods, can never get tired of that. Really serene out here. I just, you know, other than those 2 hikers, I haven't seen or heard anybody. Or anything, really, for the most part. It's been a really quiet, serene hike. Really nice. Have not stopped to have a banana yet, which I know is unusual. I've usually had a banana by now. But I finished off my oats just as I got here. So I figure I'm doing okay for now. I'll probably stop and have a banana in a little while. Don't want to get too low on the sugars. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll just keep going and we'll see where this all leads. Alright, me again. I just came from that direction. I'm maybe halfway now into that Creeping Forest Trail. I hope the glare from the sun isn't too much because look at this trail. I am so excited. I'm so excited. Look at this. Alright, I'm going to climb that. Guess I can do it with you on the camera. We'll see if I pass out. I'm just kidding. It's actually not that steep. It's just so interesting. Look at that big root. Fallen trees. Should probably watch the trail. Alright, up at the top. That was fun! This is a beautiful trail. Loving this so far. Meteor Trail was great as well, though there was a lot of uphill. You can hear by my breathing there is some uphill here as well. Not as bad, but it's beautiful. Can't believe. All right, this is fantastic. I just came up here. This is actually a felled tree, that they've turned into a bridge. We actually get to cross it. It's all flattened down. There's no chance of slipping or anything necessarily, but look, you can see the end of it. It literally is just a tree that fell down. So cool. Great way to incorporate this. And get down to the other side. I'll film it backwards so you can see it. I'm sure it's striking. So let's turn and wow, super cool. So that's the root base of the tree that we just walked through here. Amazing. Very, very cool. That would make a pretty picture if I could figure out how to use the timer on my camera. All right, I don't know if I've filmed any of these yet because I've been doing a lot of filming today and not paying very much attention. There's a bunch of these trees that have, fallen over naturally or otherwise. I'm not sure. Some of them I showed you, I think that they cut through to get to the path, so you can get on to the trail still. But some of them you have to go under them. And I'm not sure if I filmed any of this yet. So I'm going to film this one. Doing the limbo under trees. I don't think most of them you're not really in danger of, being crushed if it falls or anything. Well, I mean, it's not going to fall anymore. Because obviously if it fell, you would be crushed. Look at the size of this thing. All the way up there. And, oh, I see a trail marker down there. All right, let's see where we're headed. This probably is the end of the creeping forest trail, which I believe goes back to the skyline to the sea trail or something like that. Oh, there's the post. We'll go read it, see what it says, make sure we're not lost. No, I've stayed on the trail. There should be no reason to be lost. That creeping forest trail is beautiful. Highly, highly recommend it. Not too difficult or anything either. So let's see. We did the creeping forest trail, the direction we came from. Oh, it goes that way too. So looks like we're going that way. Arrow. Too much sun, I guess you can't probably see that signpost. So this is saying another half a mile. Wow. And it's up this path with all of these roots sticking out. Which reminds me, these roots, when you're on these trails, are a little, they confuse me a little because especially when there's mottled sun like there is here, I guess my imagination runs crazy and I think they might be snakes, but they never are. But you can kind of see why I would think that. Alright, back up this hill. Actually, I think I'm going to stop and go ahead and have a banana. Really know where to sit because that's pine and I can't sit on pine. Because I have an allergy to pine. It's not because I don't like pine. It's because I have an allergy. So I think I'm going to stop and have a banana. I'm not very far from the main trail, but then from the main trail I've got another probably mile, maybe more, to get to the parking lot. So I'm going to stop and have my banana, and then I'll hit the trail again. Alright, so end of my day. I finished the hike. I ended up doing about 3.5 hours total instead of breaking that into 2 smaller hikes, which originally I was kind of planning to do. Sorry, I'm looking at my Fitbit. Yeah, so about 3.5 hours. I did, let me see how many steps it's saying. A little over 16,000 steps, and 6.83 miles. Definitely not, near what I usually try to do, but, pretty good hike. Like I said, a good solid 3.5 hours. Not bad at all. Let's see, but I'm thinking probably pretty good for today. I just hiked the other day, my regular, 10.5 miles or so on Saturday. So, Yeah, so pretty good hike. If you haven't been here to Big Basin, just an amazing, beautiful place to be. These trees are magnificent, really lovely. And yeah, I feel just really fortunate to have been able to do this today. If you're ever in the area, come on up here. It's absolutely amazing. Really good rangers too that will help you, plan a hike. Also, I forgot to show it to you. They give you this little, you probably can't see this little form to fill out and put on your dashboard that says basically like what pass you were planning to take, what time you left, how many in your party, etc., etc., just in case, you get lost and, your car is still in the parking lot as it gets dark. They know where to come look for you. Luckily, I didn't need that assistance today. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.